You see. Okay, okay, okay. Me, I'm great. I'm your god. Okay. Hello, I'm Whiskey. I'm the tactical VTuber everyone knows and love. Also, Cliff, you are apparently still muted.
I think I've fixed that now. Holy shit, I'm a fucking idiot. Okay, you know what it was? You know what it was? I did a graphics driver update, and it resets everything. Dude, scuffed stream! Scuffed stream! Let's fucking go. Alright, let's try that again. Let's try that once more.
Okay.
Okay, hello everyone. My name's Cliffoth. You can call me Cliff. I am a lesser Mothman VTuber. I stream horror games, have a passive interest in cryptozoology. Today I'm joined by...
The amazing,
there we go.
one and only tactical VTuber VT Project, the glorious me, your god, the deity, the
Fantastic.
sleepy in the depth.
Yep. I am sure
all the
chat
legends
knows you by
about
many
Cthulhu
things.
were actually about me and my migraines in the morning and my low blood pressure in the morning. Like Cthulhu is just me about shit posting whenever I'm on
You are gonna actually love another part of the stream I've got set up ready through this PowerPoint I'm gonna be doing.
Nice. Also, yeah, I can just I sent you a request on Steam.
Yes, that is all good. I have sent you the password to the room.
Okay, wait a second. So join.
Yes.
Connecting to the internet.
Yes.
A Cliff.
It's me. What up?
And now the password. Now I need to import the password.
Yes.
Oh my.
Oh no.
Oh my.
But no, thank you.
But that's a good. Also, make sure to check that you can move me.
Yes, don't worry. Do not worry. I fully expect you to...
It's ready, though. You can activate it.
Are you... It's up.
Should be present.
I'm waiting for you to load in. You're not here
also, yet. Yeah. So, this is the model you were talking about.
Yes! Yes. Because self-care is having a horrible, fucked up monster model.
You see, with me, I don't need a horrible fucked up monster model because the monster is always hidden inside.
There we go. There we go.
There we go. So, guys, we said those jokes on stream.
But what was this? Yeah, fucking nerdy moth ooh brat correction needed? Unfucking believable. Also, hang on.
Oh, this nerdy moth correction needed, brat.
Okay, it's taking a while to load you in. Oh yeah, no, thank you a lot for that. I do quite appreciate it. Oh god. Okay, do I do this? Is it? Are you in?
Oh yeah. I think I see myself. On
I don't see you. Oh wait, hang on.
Body horror self.
I'm really sorry.
No problem.
But no, thank you for like. Oh, Whiskey is big and she is here. Oh shit.
This is canonical size difference.
Okay, I'm gonna move you. You're gonna get moved.
Okay, wait a second. I need to change the settings. There is like a setting on it.
Nope. Oh god, now you're like right in the middle too. Oh. What?
It's okay.
Okay. Can I make a request?
Yes.
Can I have the magical, the witch outfit?
Oh god. Okay.
Or is that a different thing entirely? Like there's two of you here now.
It's fine. I got wait a second. There is two of me. Yeah. There is the reactive. Wait a second. The Halloween whiskey is
Momski.
Here.
What do you call your fans? Whiskey heads?
You see the funny joke here to be said would be jar heads, but
jar heads. Conscripts. Magma saying conscripts.
I would say conscripts. My glorious.
Your glorious conscripts.
Unpaid interns, alcoholics. There is a lot of jokes I could make.
There she is.
Did not never make like an official name because when I was starting out, it was a little bit like tricky.
I like that you kept the fucking contacts with this as well.
Yes.
That's incredible.
I can also
hang on.
show you the.
Fine.
You see, I
do,
can also
do your model
powerful.
Showcase.
Thing.
Oh
I can
shit.
make my head bigger.
Do the okay? Is it time for you to do a model showcase on my stream?
Yeah. I think this is good.
This is good. All right, I'm gonna go pop you down here.
This model technically works with all of the body armor and guns too.
There's no fucking way. Could you pull the gat out real quick?
Wait a second. I need to open it in like the expression editor.
Yes. Oh, okay. That's a clever way of doing that.
Wait a second. So first of all,
Oh
let me
gosh.
toggle the witch, and now I can put like a. Okay, what do we go with?
Fucking-
Okay, do you want to see the spell of seeing in the night?
Sure thing. Sure thing.
First, I will put on the context though, so that I can hear you. There we go. This is the spell of enhanced hearing.
Right. Oh,
And this is the spell of seeing in the night.
Spell of I'm getting like reverse isekai vibes from this. Witch died in an alternate reality and a freak. Oh my god, it's just hanging on your waist.
It's the invisible, the most powerful magic of all, the invisible, the invisible sling.
Watch as I float this gat with my mind.
Okay, wait a second. Do you want to see something
Okay.
more funny?
Okay.
So, do you see that FAL?
Yeah, so that's pointed directly at my head.
Now you are demonetized.
Oh no, you fucker! That's good. That's good.
It's okay. It's okay. You see, the funny part is no one fucking expects it.
That's really fucking good. Oh god. But no, I do want to say a very big thank you for joining me for this. It's a bit of an unexpected one. I don't know. I appreciate that you take me up on this, but I feel like we had a bit of a scuffed setup going into this, but that's fine.
God, wait a second, the witch outfit broke because I edited
Oh, no.
the fucking
Oh, no.
expression.
Okay, I'm putting you back
It's
down
fine,
here.
it's fine. I just need to,
Okay.
like, you know, put a quick reset of everything.
Oh,
You see, I
god.
set up the witch a long time ago before I had a stream deck, so...
Oh, right, yeah. Stream Deck's on my list of things that I need to get at some point, possibly, for kind of, like, streamer cred.
Oh, I know what happened. Okay, it didn't break.
Oh, there we go. Oh,
I tapped my
she's
numpad.
anamorphing into a witch again.
There we go.
Oh, hang on, I gotta share my screen to you real quick as well, so you actually know what
Yeah,
the PowerPoint
oh,
presentation is. Okay, there we go.
So, I need to say, until I talked to you, I did not actually ever hear the term cryptozoology.
Okay, so don't worry, we've actually got a good definition and a good few things going on in here to get you all up to speed and everything. So the whole idea of this was like, okay, do we know anything about cryptozoology? Do we know anything about cryptozoologists, cryptids, and what to do if we find ourselves in danger in the event of a cryptid attack? Are you drinking on stream? Are you drinking? Okay.
Okay, look,
okay.
I'm about to see some huge... I just assume from knowing you,
Yeah, knowing me.
your streams, knowing your friends, especially one certain mutual friend we both know that loves body horror too, and does a lot of gut stuff with, you know, body horror.
Yeah.
From knowing this, I feel like I will need a drink.
Hang on, who is this? Oh.
Gas mask.
Yeah, okay, I didn't know. I'm learning something new about gas mask today.
Doesn't he draw a lot of cursed gut stuff?
I didn't know, but that's very, like, I'm kneeling before him now.
I thought that you know him personally.
I only started talking to him, like, last week.
You see, it's really fucking funny because when I look at his Twitter, I was like, hey, this looks like something.
Oh, this looks like someone who draws, like, the naughty with, like, people getting maybe a bit violenced.
No, not really even that much naughty. Like, it's more like just body horror, gore, and, like, you know, body horror stuff. And I was like, damn, he definitely talks to Cliff. Are they friends? Yeah, they are friends on Discord. They probably know each other for ages.
I only met him last week. I had something to complain about that seemed like up his alley, and I was like, this is how I'll introduce myself to him. This is how I'll get it going.
This is funny. This is actually really funny. Also, it seems that someone had the same experience. It's like, oh god.
Oh god. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So presentation time. It's cryptozoology, but also self-defense. I've got a few questions, a few hypotheticals, and knowledge to impart upon you. Shall we take this
Oh boy, this is
little
going to be
deep
funny.
dive together?
Let's
So,
see, let's see.
let's go for a little bit of basic information first of all. I didn't have enough time. I messaged you about this earlier today. Where I was like, "Hey, I'm not really able to get the stream done in time. There's a few things that are scuffed. The one thing I was hoping to actually get into the script."
Start of the stream.
No. So the one thing I was hoping to get into the stream was like fun, like PowerPoint transitions. Did you ever like enjoy messing around with those?
Oh yeah, of course.
It's missing that. There's no soul in this stream.
Oh god, I have a really horrible experience. You see, once I had like a really important presentation
Right.
with like, multiple people at very, very high fucking rank.
No,
Like,
I could imagine.
imagine those people who are like, 4 ranks above you attending your
Oh no.
presentation. And then you put all of those fancy animations in there, and do you know what happened?
What happened? Were they
PC
laughing?
crashed because
No!
it was too many animations, and the PC in that it was a really old PC which I was supposed to use.
No.
And like I just tried to transition from the fucking first slide to the second, and the entire
PC
thing
was like,
crashed.
I think no, actually.
The PC just went like just went off. Hilariously enough, the way I fixed it in the end is I connected my laptop
Beated
to
it
the.
up. Oh,
I
right.
literally just connected my
HDMI'd it
gaming
through.
laptop. But you see, that was almost first because I had an anime desktop.
Oh no! Who was it?
But it was anime
No,
girl
no,
with
no,
a
no, no,
gun,
no.
so like
Okay,
people
that's
commented,
fine.
like everyone there started giggling, of course. But
Who
they were
was it
commenting on
though?
the gut.
Who was it? Do you remember who was on your wallpaper?
That is classified information. Actually, it wasn't anything bad though. It was like just one of those nondescript anime girls.
Oh yeah, it's the anime girl with gun. She is doing the shoot, possibly operating operationally.
Yes.
Oh god. Okay, so also I felt like I should say thank you to everyone who followed me because that was a fair bit, and I'm like, oh people. Hi, hello. All right, so what is a cryptid? I'm actually gonna like pose that to you first of all. What do you think a cryptid is, Whiskey? We've got a little visual guide here as well.
I mean, the moment I look at this, the first thing which comes to my mind is I kind of see like a combination of things which look like they could be in one of those really old books which you see when you are studying like, old texts in Europe,
the ocean.
especially.
Yep.
Not just the ocean, but like, it's all of those old ancient creature myths.
Yes.
Even like, Christian books, you often see like depictions of Satan.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no,
Like,
those unironically go so fucking hard. They were cooking in the Bible with that.
At the same fucking time, I know my own freaking nightmares when I'm like, not looking at this shit for a long time. Then suddenly out of nowhere, I see something absolutely horrifying in my dreams, and I go like, "Damn."
Whiskey has your own personal sleep paralysis demon.
No, like I'm throwing my nightmares at my players in D&D.
That is the smart way of doing it.
I
Very
once had
brain.
like a SCP-ish. Essentially, what I had in my campaign was we were playing like a gun system, ops and tactics.
Oh, fun.
And what I made, the world essentially had like trouble with. It was, well, a world like ours. It was like historical world until essentially someone predicted an energy crisis and housing crisis and everything, and essentially, are you ready for it?
What happened?
A scientist began utilizing the back rooms as an energy source.
For fuck's sake! Okay. I've had like chronicled discussions about my like distaste of where like the back rooms has gone, but I think that's a good plot device at the very least.
Essentially, essentially, I just made it like a mixture of control and backrooms. That space, which
Oh
was
yeah,
the
God,
psycho space.
God, Control was so fucking good.
And it was had like a little bit spiced up with like
Yeah.
warp fuckery from
Yeah.
40k. And
Yeah.
that was essentially that weird thing which they used for energy source, and that connected all kind of like, subspace areas.
Yeah.
So the traveling was less traveling, and it was more like, tell me the place which you discovered in the past you want to return to, roll me several mental check, take this much mental health damage, and whatever nightmare I had the last 2 days is going to be the way the backrooms look between this point and
That's
that
really
point.
fun. No, so I don't know much about 40k, but the warp stuff is really interesting to me. I had a friend who just sat down and explained it to me one time. I feel like I've kind of like gone against a few stereotypes by being like a online niche anime personality who doesn't know anything about 40k, especially with being British.
Honestly, it's perfectly fucking fine. Like,
It's one of those
the
things where like I
funny
just
part
don't know
about
where to
warp,
start.
the warp can be anything you want it to be. That's the
There we
funny
go.
part. Like, it's essentially nightmare escape. It can be anything, and
Nightmare.
like the lore about the warp, the planets which are under control of a warp creature like chaos worlds, those are literally whatever the person who is the strongest being on the planet wants them to be. So, for example, let's say that there is suddenly a really insane sister of battle which
Right.
somehow got into warp and somehow landed on this planet and was like, half a living saint, but completely insane and doesn't know it. Suddenly, the entire world would look like a cathedral world, except everything would be strange and there would be like small little baby carobs which turn their heads 180 degrees to stare at you.
Of course. Man, 40k is on some shit. There's something going on there. Okay.
Anyways, cryptids. Like,
Cryptids.
looking at it, it looks like nightmare escape creatures, essentially.
And that is true to some extent. Chat is also wondering if you are a cryptid. There is a distinct possibility you may fall under the description of that.
Interesting.
So, the short and fast of it is that a cryptid is an animal or some sort of creature that cryptozoologists, these are people who study cryptids, that exist but are with any kind of like substantial proof of like, maybe they've not been like pinned down in a laboratory and then gone, yes, right, the chupacabra is most certainly real. A lot
So
of
something
these,
like a Voltinger would also fall into that category.
yeah, sightings of creatures unknown to science. There we go. A lot of these exist through like, strong emphasis on things like folklore. Things like the Kraken might be considered some sort of cryptid. Any kind of some sort of like nondescript beast you may have seen depicted in like maybe like old English textbooks or things where there's like sailors and they're like, oh, I saw this thing. Mermaids, sirens, etc. fall under a pretty good description of it. There's a lot of ties between stuff like that with like ghost hunters, ufology, people who study, aliens, stuff like that. And they are similar to that of like Japanese yokai as well. Sometimes they may
So
exist.
essentially, it's anything which multiple people saw and gave similar descriptions
Yes.
for, to the point where it's believed to be existed, but there is no proof of it actually existing, like no corpse that got studied.
Yes. It's why, like, how familiar are you with, like, let's say, more notable one, the chupacabra?
I know it exists. I know a little bit about it. I've seen pictures of it.
Yes, because you have a lot of farmers coming forwards, and they're just all like, "Oh, hey, like my goats have just had kind of been like bitten in the neck, and they've all had the blood drained out of them." Exactly the same way, and you have multiple farmers in different parts of the country going, "Yep, this happened to me too. Here's my horrible, fucked up dead goat."
So the Loch Ness Monster would also go there.
Yes. Although it's important to note that cryptids are not always violent.
Hey, that's understandable too.
Yes, I've got some examples of like non-violent cryptids on here too, and some of them are a smidge amusing. So, what is a cryptozoologist? And these are people who, study beasts whose existence is disputed. The term originated in, I think it was specifically 1959 by I think he was a Scottish zoologist. And we take the term from the Greek term kryptos, which means unknown. It's where we get words like cryptic and all that from.
That makes me curious. Was there ever a creature from cryptozoology which got suddenly out of nowhere, or well, at some point proven to exist? Like actual proof that it got moved out of cryptozoology.
I think there's been very few, like, maybe there's some sort of lizard out there. We have an expert in chat. Please explain. I've actually not heard of this. This is where my knowledge is failing me. Nope.
Yes.
Yes.
Nope.
No.
This sounds like the very definition of cryptozoology.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no. But people were just like, yep, I saw this thing. And then eventually they went, yeah, that's the thing.
So Okapi was actually originally a cryptozoology.
Yeah, they couldn't prove it, like, definitively existed for a while. Until they could.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I know that okapis exist.
And I feel like stuff like that is interesting because it gives credence to a whole lot of other potential sightings. Yeah, the platypus. Yeah. No, the platypus one is really interesting. Do you know much about what happened with, like, you know, some of the original, like, platypus stuff, right?
I know that when they put on a secret agent head, it's only...
Shut up! Shut up! Okay, so I believe it goes as follows. There was a whole bunch of British, like, you know, tally-ho, pip-pip, expeditioners, and they go to Australia, and they find a platypus, and they're like, by Jove, what in the hell is that? And they take it back to the UK. And they're like, look at this fucked up, horrible little creature we found, until they just go and find more of them. And it's kind of like believed to be this like little fucked up little creature they found for a while, until it's like, no, these are just like native to Australia.
Oh god.
And they were treated as like these like potentially mythical exotic animals. It's like it's got the bill of a duck, the tail of a beaver. Urgh. It's insane. It's bizarre.
I mean, I can absolutely understand how a European person would just look at a platypus like in the... I mean, that Australia
Europeans fear the platypus.
I mean, you would just think that shit got possessed by
someone just made it up.
Fucking time.
Originally, they were joke taxidermies until they got live ones. So yeah, a whole bunch of taxidermies. Look at this bizarre creature. By Jove, it's immaculate form. And then they found real ones, and they got reclassified as real animals afterwards. So that's cool. I have a short list.
Really...
Oh yeah, sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No problem. I just wanted to say that's really neat.
Yeah. So between that, okapis, platypus, they are real. They are out there. So I have a list of notable cryptids, some of the more popular ones to sort of start us off. And first we have the Yeti. The Yeti is interesting. You may know it as the Abominable Snowman.
I see that you used the art out of D&D.
I was wondering if you would exactly recognize this artwork. At the back of my mind, when I put this in the slideshow, I was like, there's a fair chance you may recognize where this artwork comes from.
I was DMing for so long. Those things are burned into my mind. Like, it's there whenever you read the stat block.
Yeah. That's crazy. I had no idea it was like that far into the book there.
It's also fucking funny because, you know, you eventually, if you see enough of the monster manual images, you just see that art style. You just recognize the art style. That's
awesome. So these were originally sort of spotted in the Himalayan mountains, right? And they've been around. There's been documents corroborating the existence of the Yeti going all the way back to, I think, the 16th century. And groups that exist pre-Buddhism describe the importance of like having seen a creature in the Himalayan mountain range, which is crazy to think about.
I mean, when you think about it, that's absolutely ridiculous area to survive in. There is not that much life there,
exactly.
And not that much food source.
Exactly. Chat's also like really, really going hard on the platypus stuff right now. We've got all sorts of platypus facts here.
Oh yeah, they are saying all kind of shit about the bill.
They can detect electricity. Wow.
What?
Yeah, they can
Oh
electricity
god.
with their bill, so their eyesight can be shit in muddy water.
Now imagine. Now imagine that on some distant planet in this universe or even this galaxy,
Mhm.
platypus might have eaten their humans and
No.
became the dominant race on their planet. They became sentient,
Oh god.
and now they have Twitter.
Oh,
There you
awful.
go.
They've devised platypus Twitter. It's the exact same. It's still really bad. It's just operated entirely by platypus. Platypi? Platypuses?
Platypi.
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 I'm gonna go platypi. Multiple platypus.
The
Fuck's sake.
platypussy.
The platypussy. Fuck off. You can't just no. You can't just like suffix ussy everything.
Would you prefer to call it plussy or
Plussy.
platypussy?
Okay, I think platypussy is definitely better out of those. Platypus, that's awful.
Plapius.
Plapius. Now, chat's move on to something completely else.
No. Let's go back on the topic.
Let's get back to the platypussy, she says.
No.
God.
Let's go back to the Yeti.
Chat's not left me alone about the CliffothvT thing, by the way.
I mean, it could be verse. It could be classy.
For fuck's sake. Oh, fuck's sake, man. We got Genome in chat. He's joined at the best time ever. Okay. So, next up we have, the Loch Ness Monster.
I know this exact picture.
Yeah, it's the one picture everyone uses. I'm such a big fan of this picture. We love a bit of Nessie here. It's just become like a very, very, very nice, endearing term for this potentially, prehistoric plesiosaur that's just living in the Scottish Loch Ness. That because it's interesting. Like Loch Ness is literally it's just Lake Ness. The lake is called Ness.
Yep. The fucking lake is called the Loch Ness.
Yep. Because the Scots have such fun words for things. It's
literally the fucking monster of Lake Loch Ness, and it also has its name in Scottish.
Yes, I think it's interesting. Because a lot of interesting. Sorry, a lot of like theories of it are just like, oh, it's just a plesiosaur. There's just a real life dinosaur in Scotland that's just still there, hanging around.
People are still talking about sightings of it, right?
Yes, and the most interesting thing I found out while researching for this was that there are sightings in 7th century like scriptures that talk about the Loch Ness Monster with like similar description and everything. It's fascinating.
Oh yeah, the scriptures, like honestly, the Christian scriptures sometimes describe absolutely fucking wacky.
They were in fact on some shit. Chat is saying apparently there is a theory that Nessie might be a giant fucking eel. I can get down with that. That's interesting.
I could get down with that too.
Yeah. But now we move into.
I'm just imagining a gigantic eel just spoilers. Like peeking out its head outside of the water and going like.
Just descending back down. I'm gonna do some trolling in 100 years from now.
Just imagining later, like looking at the modern history and going like, "Oh, dude, they thought I'm a plesiosaur."
Riston has an interesting theory. What if it was actually time-traveling Russian submarine?
How would it get into the lake?
That's a good question. The Russian
submarines have a hard time traveling outside of the Baltic Sea.
They had to use advanced teleportation technology, and they accidentally got it stuck in Loch Ness. Lake Ness.
And now the poor crew is there, like, big fucking beards.
Yep. They're just stuck in there. They're doing all they can to repair it from the inside over and over to not sustain hull damage.
Or maybe it was a time-traveling Russian submarine from the future. That's why it got sighted in the 7th century. Because they really overshot when they were trying to kill Hitler.
Hitler, who was very much known for his proximity to the sea.
Scotland.
Hitler, who very famously loved Scotland. Oh god.
You know, this sounds like a Turning Point plot, like Turning Point Red October.
Oh my fuck, make it happen. Make it happen.
Because, like, oh god, like some of the fucking plots which I see written out online about the Nazis, especially,
Yes.
it's so fucking funny.
Did you see that one movie that was talking about like they were calling it like World War II John Wick, and there's someone's like,
Yeah.
oh, that I'm very conflicted on that movie. It looks fun, but also the like going John Wick on Nazis thing is an interesting marketing scheme.
It is an interesting marketing scheme, but then again, we already have BJ Blazkowicz.
Yeah, baby. We love.
Like, at the same time, it's like, this, like, at one point you go, this thing again, if you get me.
Yeah, we've done Wolfenstein. We enjoy Wolfenstein. We like
You
BJ.
see, it's kind of funny because I can't put my finger on it, but it's almost like there is one more evil faction in World War II. No one ever makes a game about murdering in obscene amounts.
What's that? Unit. Fuck. What is it? Nope. Completely forgot. 635.
I think they had a red star, like some hammer and sickle stuff. I can't remember. Anyways,
Sorry, my bad. It's what is it? Unit 731. Where's the Unit 731 horror movie? I shouldn't be saying these things.
Oh god. Now people will
Immediate
it was
demonetization.
Oh god, yeah. It was the one I'm thinking, yeah. Didn't want to say it on stream, the name of that unit.
I think I may have already done so. I think we're okay.
I mean, we could call it the Dadasan Ichibutai. The biological and chemical research unit.
God.
Anyways.
Yeah, anyway, moving on.
How did we get there from the fucking Loch Ness monster?
I think it was the Russian submarine tangent that did that. Okay, so next we have very, very, very interesting one we got here, right?
The Mothman.
The Mothman. So the Mothman is more of a modern cryptid, or a cryptid that's only really sighted in more sort of modern days, right? They're a very that fucking thing there. They are a humanoid, half moth, half typically described with more bird-like features. It's interesting that the chat saying I recognize it. Features that are described as being bird-like, moth-like, but with the stature of a human. And most interestingly, they have been primarily spotted around the Point Pleasant area of West Virginia. These sightings started on November 15th, 1966. And yeah, a lot of the time it was found that the Mothman would appear around areas of some sort of tragedy. So there's been a lot of back and forth on, was the Mothman to blame, or are they more of like a harbinger?
That is an interesting one.
Yeah, it's a very interesting one because there was a book written in, I think, 1977, I think it was, called The Mothman Prophecies, which was entirely about that. So it's quite interesting that there's a sort of connection between that. And every year, down in Point Pleasant, there's a little Mothman festival. There's a museum and everything. It's wonderful. It's really cute. Yeah, there's a museum. They've got
a museum about them.
Yeah, there's a moth.
Cool.
There's a statue outside as well, by the way. And the statue. Apparently, they're doing a Mothman themed escape room down there next year. That's fun. But they have a statue outside the museum, and it is notably cheeked, is how I'll describe it. I'm hearing reports about people who will take a picture at the front and then walk around the back of it to take a picture with its behind as well. People shall refer to it as the shiny hiney.
Shiny hiney.
I need to get you a picture of this.
That sounds interesting, though.
Yeah, it's very interesting because I feel like the Mothman is definitely one of the more notable cryptids of legend possibly for this, good guy story they have going on with things, right? The Mothman was never here to cause harm. The Mothman was here to warn people because the Silver Bridge in West Virginia just completely collapsed. And prior to that, there were sightings of the Mothman hovering around the area, which is like corroborated by a good few people. I'm wondering if I should get the picture of the ass up on stream for people to see. I've just sent it over to you. It's a very, very just...
Let me check it, let me check it. Wait, I need to close the presentation quickly. Because...
Oh, no worries, no worries.
Oh, boy. Those are some cheeks.
Those are some cheeks. Those are some cheeks. Okay, let me get this up for, like, stream real quick.
Don't show your browser.
No. Okay, there we go. So here's the front of it, right? We have the Mothman statue here. It's quite good. It's quite nice. And then we have the behind of it, which hopefully it doesn't accidentally save as a... Okay, cool. And then there's the behind of it, which has a notable feature. Very, very notable feature.
My man's cheeks up.
It's just...
So when are you getting your model from behind?
Okay, this is like a really like... Where is this again? This is in Point Pleasant, West Virginia. But no, I did make a point on my like reference sheet of having a bit of ass, just a little bit.
Ayo.
It was important. It had to be there.
But yes, it feels like, considering that that you are a Mothman.
Mm-hmm.
What made you decide for Mothman?
Oh god. Okay. Do you want like the big lore on that?
I would say it depends on how much time do we have. So.
I've got all the time in the world right now. So a lot of it is just like for myself. I've always just had like a very, very, very big, deep interest in cryptozoology. I've always just been like fascinated by it, and this is gonna sound like real cringe, but I think a lot of it started with have you ever played SMT? Good old Shin Megami Tensei. That is a game which features... I know
it exists.
Yes.
But I didn't play it.
Okay, so it is it's the thing that spawned the Persona franchise. But a part of that was they have a very like eclectic cast of demons that are all characterized by different things, and the Mothman features in it, and he's like a unrelenting shithead. Hang on. He's like literally a little guy. Let me send you a little dude. Someone made an edit where he's like, hang on. Here you go. I will just send you this over real quick. And after that, it was like, oh, that's really interesting. So I did like I had like my moment where I just sat down and I did a lot of just like research. I was like, this is really cool. What a funny little dude. It's like, oh, they're actually a fucked up monster sort of thing. Okay, sure. And then I think what it was, and this is the other really, really, really cringe part, was I had like a few ideas for designs of stuff I wanted to do for like streaming, VTubing beforehand, until eventually I was just like, okay, like cryptozoology, I was playing Fallout 76 at the time, which takes place in West Virginia, and I was like, okay, the Mothman design in this kind of goes hard. I want to do something around that, and that's kind of how I eventually sort of settled on it, and it stuck, and I had fun with it. And the main thing I really went for was the original design I had pretty much matches the like silhouette of this image here on the left that I've used right now, almost one for one. Because that was like a big thing for me. I was like, okay, if I'm gonna do it, I want the silhouette to match. That needs to be the thing. That's the big nice. Cliff-off lore. I like stuff like that when... Okay, this is like this is a very personal thing. I really, really like it when VTubers, streamers have avatars that are very like in touch with whatever they're pulling from, right? Oh no, okay, so this is why I think
no, I'm just giggling at myself because it's also like, oh god.
No, this is like I really like the attention to detail on like your main reference sheet. Like every piece of gear is accounted for, and that's really fucking cool. Big whiskey thumbs up.
Thank you.
You're more than welcome.
Also, the glasses.
Yes.
The ISIS glasses. This was a great idea. Someone mentioned it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I didn't think it was particularly special when I like first got around to it, but apparently no, like people like it, and I think they're a good thing. And I've kind of just sort of sworn to myself that there should be some sort of eyewear or glowing eyes going on with the rest of it. It seemed like the smart thing to be doing, but it's just interesting because I kind of like I've struck a nice balance between like anime boy and also fucked up monster, which I guess isn't really the case right now, but might be in a week's time. There's there's the Cliff lore. Okay.
Cliff lore.
Yes, but no, the Mothman is an interesting one because it's very much a case of like almost kind of like folk hero status a bit, where people are like, oh yeah, the Mothman was trying to warn us to make sure that as many people as possible didn't die in a horrible accident, and it's kind of taken on a bit of like a harbinger role ever since.
When you think about it, like there are creatures like that in
exactly.
Well, which exist, like for example, ravens.
Yes, exactly. Ravens are fascinating. They're like, they can experience malice, which is really fucked up to think about. Like this bird can hate you. Like no, let's take a moment to like really think about that.
I know about it. I know about it. That's the funny part.
I just think that's really interesting. Okay, so we also now have Bigfoot, who I suspect you might be aware of.
Oh, that one is real. Sam killed one. During the fucking stream, which was, by the way, an amazing bit. Dude had someone in a Bigfoot costume hiding in his closet the entire time he was streaming, and burst out and then fight him and take off his head.
That's so funny. Oh, I love that. That's phenomenal.
Fucking borrowed the full costume for that, and had someone stuffed in his closet like that.
Oh god. I love stuff like that.
Yeah, that's like high investment. I love it.
Have you seen, so this image here I've got on the left, have you ever seen the original footage that this is from? It's like
I did, but we were playing the Bigfoot game, actually.
So yeah, it's like the OG like shaky cam, low quality. I just saw a monster footage, and it's really funny because this pose in particular I think is potentially iconic. Chad Bigfoot stride.
It's the most fucking funny.
Like, where's bro off to?
The fuck you're looking at? It's like, bro, I was taking a dump. What are you looking at? Fucking creepy man staring at me like that.
Yeah, it's like you're the problem here, not him.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. But what's interesting about the Bigfoot is that many like indigenous Native American people have made reference to it as far back as the 16th century. And I think that Bigfoot especially, due to like various levels of pop culture status, is like one of the most iconic cryptids out there. Have you seen how many like American Bigfoot hunting shows there are? There are a lot. There's a lot.
I wanted to guess like 84.
Oh god, that's possibly highballing it a bit, but there's an awful lot, and it's just like
24?
Okay, I don't have an exact number, but it's like a substantial amount. There's just like a subgenre of like redneck hick American television shows where they're like, well, we're gonna catch that Bigfoot this time, and they've stretched it out for like 3 to 4 whole seasons. They've still not quite caught him yet, but Daryl is 100% sure. Yeah, Daryl's 100% sure that these footprints that totally weren't put here by us are absolutely 100% a Bigfoot this time. They're very amusing shows.
Oh yeah, then they will pull up like, you know, a ball of something on the ground. That's definitely Bigfoot turd.
That's it. We found it. We're gonna get that sumbitch.
And they give it to like a pseudo-scientist and say, yeah, Bigfoot,
that's
very likely that Bigfoot eats this shit.
Oh god.
I'm actually amazed that there's so many shows and they can stretch it out that long.
Yeah, because so what's interesting about them is a lot of the time they are just kind of like character dramas, I think is the best way I could describe them, where it's just like Cletus and Daryl are going to get into a bit of an argument about who saw what. But it's like, oh, I'm sure, man, I might be high on like painter fluid right now and I've not slept in 48 hours, but I'm 100% sure I saw it. And Cletus comes in and he's like, you fucking lying some bitch.
Then also put like, Spanish telenovela in the background. Like, Sheila, I'm sure you were cheating on me while I was hunting Bigfoot.
While
Sheila,
I was out.
Understand, I will catch Bigfoot and we will be rich again.
Okay,
Don't
yeah.
abandon me with the kids.
Mountain Monsters is exactly what I'm describing. It is a American cryptozoology themed reality television series.
Oh god. Oh god.
No, I think stuff like that's really interesting because, like, it's a soap opera.
You know what you could do for a meme for Twitter? You could make like, those like, doctrine radical or form neutral, form
Oh yeah.
tables. You could make this kind of cryptid thing, and then in the bottom right, you could have Putin is a cryptid. Or the Sovietsky Soyuz is a cryptid.
I like the idea of just putting a boat on there.
Oh, the Sovietsky Soyuz is a cryptid.
So what are our two categories for that? We have like...
Well, form purist, form neutral, and
yes,
form radical, and then there is like...
I'm making a note of this, by the way.
Purist, doctrine neutral, and doctrine radical.
I really like the idea of putting a boat in there. It's so funny. My dad nicknamed me Sasquatch because I was hairy growing up. I'm so sorry. Jesus.
Oh god.
I feel really bad if you... No. Yeah, no, I feel really bad if this stream is your reason for finding out that your father has been making fun of you since you were, like, young. That's so bad. Oh, God. But no, Bigfoot is possibly a cryptid I would consider to have, like, the most sort of pop culture relevance. Important guy, funny dude, really, the thing I think about a lot is the like the faked like GTA San Andreas hoax videos.
Oh god.
Where they were just like, yeah, no, I totally spotted Bigfoot in the forest in this one area, and then they go like get in a jetpack and fly over there, which 100% just wasn't in base game. And
you see, the funniest shit to me is like, those fake videos. That's the same energy, like, pictures of cryptids made in games to look like the real thing.
Yes.
That has the same energy as the fake use of modern jet fighters dogfighting in Arma.
The Ghost of Kiev!
Yeah. It's like, how the fucking Indian news, the Indian state agency.
Like misreporting on Arma footage. It happens every single time, but I feel kind of bad every single time it happens because I can recognize it, and I feel bad that a lot of people are being duped by, like, video game footage of things whenever any kind of major conflict arises.
I'm just imagining the fucking put the picture of the French jet fighter Mirage is encrypted because no one ever saw it. It might be real, it might not. It might just have really good stuff,
I genuinely do still think one of the funniest things is the whole like Ghost of Kiev thing. People were pretending that Sam Hyde was a famed Ukrainian pilot and calling him the Ghost of Kiev.
Oh god.
The Meru Haidu.
No, Ghost of Kiev is again a really nice topic in so many ways.
Hang on. And then what happened was some American politician had reported on it, and and again I'm gonna send you the image. Some American politician, I think they were possibly or some sort of politician, had responded to it like, "I'm glad they're keeping up the good fight. I'm glad he's got a good fight. Godspeed and more kills, Samuel."
Oh no! Oh god.
Ukrainian ace pilot known as Ghost of Kiev, real name Samuel Lee Hyde, a 36-year-old identified as MiG-26 pilot, uncredited when downing 6 Russian jets.
I just love how there's all of the fucking tags, including
Yes.
the breaking.
It's a really low quality edit
God.
too. Oh god.
It's obvious edit too. It's so bad.
Yep.
You see the fucking cropped face.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna pull this one up real quick. This is just a good image. Oh, he was a congressman as well. That's really embarrassing. Jesus Christ.
I mean, American politicians got a little bit of a reputation in the Netherlands.
Would you like to indulge in that without it being
so
too
essentially
politically charged?
The American politician in the Netherlands, essentially during the big crises in Europe recently, or well, recently, it's a bunch of years ago, but essentially he said publicly in America and in the Netherlands from when he was talking to Americans that there are no-go zones in the Netherlands.
Oh no.
And a Dutch journalist, when there was like a press conference at the fucking American embassy, they first forced themselves in there, and collectively the Dutch journalists asked him to read the special plaque, which is in every American embassy,
Right.
which reads, "May God help us, blah 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 blah, and may only honest men rule from under this roof."
Oh no.
Like the kind of prayer to God, and they ask him to say that prayer.
Oh.
And then they ask him, so there are no-go zones in the Netherlands, and then he started lying about it, and every single journalist, instead of asking their own questions, all of them pressed him about that. And then he tried to do the American thing.
Yeah.
If there are no further questions, and everyone started yelling at him, "No, this is the Netherlands. You need to answer the questions. You can't just evade them.
Fuck,
this
dude.
is not America. You need to answer the questions." And they just grilled him.
American politicians famed for being able to like walk around questions as much as possible.
Yeah, the funny part is the Dutch just, pressed him about it, and I think the dude got fully dismissed. The dude.
Jesus Christ. Oh god. But no, I think that about wraps it up on Bigfoot.
Yeah.
But an important thing, we've got some insane tangents today. This is great.
Yeah.
So
I find oh boy.
Some cryptids are literally just some dude. This is a cryptid known as Ingrid Cold. He's just commonly known as the Smiling Man. Do you want to guess where the nickname the Smiling Man comes from? Looking at this image, Whiskey. Go on, shot in the dark. You got this.
It's definitely his necktie. No, it's a smile, of course.
Yes.
It's a fucking creepy smile.
Bro hangs around the West Virginian area. He was literally just some dude with a big old grin on his face that showed up a few times around like major events and things. And then afterwards he just kind of disappeared. So people were like, "Oh, he must be an alien." This is the single drawing someone made of him after someone saw him. And that's special. Like that. Yeah, cryptids can just be some guy.
That's it.
Hang on, chat is saying there's an entire deck archetype in Yu-Gi-Oh! Yes, I like the danger cards a lot. Big fan of Danger Tsuchinoko.
You definitely need to include this one in that cryptid table which we mentioned, because that would be like, the...
Oh, just some dude. Oh, yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, no, 100%. 100%. That's such a good fucking idea.
Yeah.
I've got a few honorable mentions as well before we wrap up.
Let's see.
Not deer. So, I thought you would find this very amusing. What if deer were just fucked up? That is it.
I'm just looking at this and I'm being like, Cliff.
Yeah. I'm not making this up. I'm not bullshitting.
You need to change your graphic settings in Hunter Call of the Wild.
Oh god. Not deer are interesting because a lot of these are just eyewitness accounts of just I saw a deer and it had the face of a wolf, or I saw a deer and it turned and looked directly at me with both of its beady little eyes, and it's just stuff like that. No substantial proof to suggest that not deer exists, but there's some idea they're kind of like fucked up shapeshifters, and I think that's just kind of funny.
Oh boy.
Chat is pointing out that deer are already kind of fucked up. If it wasn't obvious, these are these are photoshops. If you weren't aware, these images have been doctored.
They definitely do look very much like Photoshop. But you see, the funny part is, do you know? I mean, I can see why a lot of people would think that cryptids are literally just like, you know, aliens.
Yeah. And I think that's, I feel like whenever people use that
life form from Earth,
yes,
but they kind of fucked up at the finish line.
I like stuff like that a lot.
Intern got their hands on it.
No, I'm a big fan of stuff like that, and I just think not deer are very amusing.
Oh, they are amusing.
Additionally, we also have. Oh, hang on. The Sandown Clown. This is an interesting one. This is the only British cryptid.
Oh boy!
Yeah, right. This is the only British cryptid we have on this list, and it's So two kids were at a holiday resort with their. Two kids were on a holiday resort with their parents, and all of a sudden they started hearing like the sound of like an ambulance, like ambulance noises, ambulance bells, all that sort of stuff. So they went off to investigate, and there's just some dude hanging around, and he's like just kind of sheepish, kind of meek, and was described as being somewhere between a robot, a clown, but quite possibly also an alien. The children said they hung out with him for about a half hour, and then just went away, and then they never saw him again. But they described it as being shy but very friendly. And I love stuff like this so much.
And that became a cryptid?
Yes. Britain, famed for kind of having notably, like, shit cryptids. There is... So, okay. We have the Mothman. Britain has the Owlman.
Well, you see, the funny part is with Britain.
Oh, no. She goes.
You can kind of claim that you already proven that your best cryptid exists.
Is that so?
Platypus.
Oh right, yeah. I guess that's technically ours now. But you have stuff like there are a few other British cryptids that come to mind, like the dredge pike, which is just a big hairy pike that can quite possibly walk on land. That's scary. You scared of fish? Have you talked about the frogman yet? Whiskey, would it be fucked up to you if you were approached by a humanoid frog of about 5'6" tall?
I mean, that's very mean of you to call the French like that.
Oh my, I'm fucking losing it at what Greywoods just said. The greatest British cryptid, the Milk Snatcher.
Oh, that actually exists?
No, it's Margaret Thatcher. I'm petting that. That is getting pinned. That's fair, so fucking funny.
To be fair, I mean, Margaret Thatcher is a
special woman. This is okay. No, you know what? Woman, yeah. I have a very strong, like, you know, no discussing could issue political things, but I will straight up say this is an anti-Margaret Thatcher zone. If you are a Thatcherite, you are not welcome here.
I've got no fucking idea what she actually did for British politics. The only thing which I know is essentially the Falklands.
Yeah, we have the Falklands.
That she took part in the SAS exercise and didn't shit herself and bullets were flying around her. That's the two things I know about Margaret Thatcher. And I also know that I was trolling Thatcherite, who was a D&D player in my groups, because I named a lolly vampire Margaret Thatcher.
Oh my fucking god.
She was literally just a fucking dickhead. Like, she was really
so
mean to
funny.
the players. She was really fucking brutal and, like, you know, everything. But she was kind of like a dorky recurring villain, right?
Ding dong! The wicked bitch is dead! I wish the bitch died 30 years ago!
Well, like, you know, I take jabs at people all the time like this. Like, I don't really care about the real thing. I don't have a strong opinion because I don't feel like I'm qualified to have one.
Yeah.
Like, again, I'm Dutch. I can't comment about it. I can comment about us eating our prime minister. I can comment
That's a
about
fun
European
story. What
politics. I
happened
can
there?
comment about Sweden. Well, you see, the funny part is it could have possibly been a mistake.
It could have. We accidentally ate the prime minister. Entirely.
No, it's more like, wait a second, I need to quickly look up the facts.
Okay, but I am actually like fascinated by this.
So you see, it was Johan de Witt.
Okay.
Johan de Witt was the Grand Pensionary, which was in effect the prime minister.
Right.
He wasn't like he was a politician, in the fucking 17th century, like 1653 to 1672.
Okay, so that was just when like anything could have happened.
Yeah, pretty much. And it was the time of the mid 17th century during the Dutch Republic, right?
Right.
So he was there during the Dutch Golden Age.
Mhm.
And he was elected the Grand Pensionary of Holland, and together with his uncle, he controlled the Dutch political system from about 1650 until the disaster year, the rampjaar of 1672. And you see, when a golden age ends, people never happy. And well, it's the kind of fucking funny because he was also there is also a big thing about the Dutch Republic, because you see there was also the monarchists. Aside from, he was a Republican, he opposed the monarchists and the House of Orange-Nassau and the Orangists, and he preferred the shift of power from the central government to the Regenten.
Yes.
He wanted this a lot of different things, and he also neglected the Dutch state's army. He's starting to sound like a modern politician, is he? But the thing is, all of this, essentially, he focused mostly on the navy and completely neglected the army. And this caused a lot of bad stuff in the rampjaar. Which followed by a completely effortless invasion by an alliance of England, France, and German states. And, well, he and his brother Cornelis de Witt got blamed for all of the misfortune, all of the rampjaar, everything blamed on them.
Christ.
They were grabbed, lynched in The Hague, and their corpses were at least partially eaten by the mob. The rioters ate them.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And no one bothered to prosecute the cannibals because, yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, why would you? They've literally just fucking eaten someone. Wow.
Probably partially. They did not eat the.
Thank goodness for that.
Statement.
Yeah, it was a statement.
They weren't hungry. They just wanted to make a statement.
That's metal as fuck. That's
literally the entire story. That's literally like, lynching them wasn't enough. They didn't get to kill him. They didn't get to be part of the mob that killed him for all of that, golden age coming to an end.
But we got to have a little bit of a nom.
They got a little bit of a nibble.
Oh god, chat's saying this is the appropriate response to not funding the army. Oh god. So, next up...
No, you would have thought that after that the Dutch prime ministers would always try to fund the military, but sadly, I guess no one ever tried it again.
Oh god.
Yes, continue.
I did also want to say, so I was like I don't want to say desperate, I was trying to get a hold of you before this stream, but I did actually make a graphic to go up on Twitter, and I used the only transparent PNG I have, and it looks really goofy.
Okay, sure.
Let me just quickly send this over to you. I was like, I need transparent whiskey image, so I just made this really quickly. There you go.
Asked me.
I did ask, and you were streaming.
This is fine.
Yeah, this is okay.
This is fine.
It's like the only transparent whiskey image I had on hand.
Also, sorry for not responding.
That's fine. You were live. You were live. You were a live streamer. So now we come to the part where I have some hypotheticals.
Okay.
So let me set the scene for you real quick. You're alone in the dead of night, walking through a backwards path in Fresno County, California, when all of a sudden, Fresno Nightcrawler attack. Do you like these dudes?
They look like if Gondola was hyper-cursed and didn't have a face.
Oh god.
I don't know why this is the first thing.
So I got a little bit of info here. These are Nightcrawlers, right? And to add to the scenario, they've descended upon you in a group of about 12 strong. There are 12 of these little guys, and they've all come for you. They're no taller than 5 foot, and they rush you from the tree line. How are you defending yourself, Whiskey?
Okay, so the first... Oh, okay, if I were to judge, I don't know California.
Do you want this picture again?
Nor will I ever bother figuring out Californian gun laws until I will travel to California and
Yep. Oh,
then I will figure
bomb
it.
California.
But when I'm walking around, especially at night or evening hours, I am concealed carrying, at least where I live.
Wow.
I assume I would be able to figure out how to get a concealed carry license, or
yeah. This is a safe
get
assumption.
a license. I would probably pull out my gun, start slowly backing up, and unloading as fast as I fucking can, depending on how fast they are. But they look like they are probably very fast.
They are all leg, Whiskey. They're all leg. They're probably very quick.
They never skip leg day.
They are on leg day 24/7.
Yeah, like honestly, I would see I can't run away. I have no idea if I could hide.
Yeah. Oh, they're gonna get you.
So I would say just start unloading into them as much as possible.
Smart plan. I don't actually have a right answer for this, but this image here is someone spotted one in Poland as well. They're all over the place. Scary little dudes.
Like the one in Poland skipped leg day a bit more. It has really muscular but short legs.
He's done nothing but squats and squats only. But no, that pretty solid answer. There's not much known about Nightcrawlers outside of just like funny little images we've seen, and a lot of them just depict them kind of skittering around, typically a little bit aggressive, would descend upon you in a pack. You would not be safe. So, next up. So, we spoke about little Bigfoot earlier, and now I've got a question for you.
Oh boy.
Do you think you can beat Bigfoot to death with a rock?
No.
So I've got a bit of info on Bigfoot here.
Ranges in height from 2 to 4.5 meters tall. Okay, I'm very, very tall.
Okay, yeah, you're very tall.
In pretty good physical condition.
Yeah.
I'm pretty competent when it comes to, defending myself. I don't think I can beat Bigfoot.
Yeah, not gonna beat Bigfoot by yourself. Okay.
Definitely not with a fucking rock.
Definitely not with a rock.
Like, if I found a sizable enough rock, I would probably try to yeet it at the face, possibly at the neck.
Also, Dante, thank you so much. I got this for my anniversary.
Which are usually something you should defend.
Yeah.
Hope that I can delay it and then, book it.
Yep, that's smart plan. Smart plan. So we're not gonna try and beat Bigfoot with a rock.
Like,
what we're gonna do?
Don't be a fucking hero. Like,
don't be a hero. Don't try and beat Bigfoot to death with a rock. But what's interesting is a lot of accounts of Bigfoot have described Bigfoot as being hostile towards humans. So you've got like 2 meters tall, possibly 4 meters tall, of just like built muscle running after you. Are you gonna David and Goliath this shit?
It's like
rock in his eye.
Depends if you have a chest. If you have a choice, like just aim for the soft spot. If you have to fight,
there we go.
Aim for that.
Don't over penetrate Bigfoot's chest.
But rock in hand, countercharging it. I don't think that's a smart plan unless you are like a dwarven iron breaker.
Yep. So we're being smart and reserved about this. Okay. That one bounced.
That one didn't go through. piercing.
Something I do want to bring up about Bigfoot, I've just remembered right now, is that there is a theory that Bigfoot and Sasquatches, to some extent, are interdimensional travelers. And you might be thinking, that's a bit of a stretch. Where's that come from? But the idea is, okay, we know that one bit of Bigfoot footage, the one from like, the one I've got the, scroll back really quickly. This one, right? This footage, yeah.
Yeah.
The people believe that the reason that Bigfoot sightings are so sparse and in between is because the Earth is a nexus point for Sasquatches to travel between interdimensional doors.
For real.
Yes. How do you feel about that?
I didn't know that they can no-clip through the back rooms into Earth.
Oh god. But no, yeah, so
I'm sorry.
no, it's
But
fine.
like, oh god, it's like, again, oh Jesus, this is like, the time. How nerdy do I go about this?
Oh fuck it, go for it, whiskey.
No,
Go
like,
for
there
it.
is a lot of different theories. Like, the one thing which I'm really, really interested in personally, and I read about it a lot. Again, I'm not qualified to
No.
talk about this.
Go
I'm
for
not
it.
a scientist.
Go
I have
for
some
it.
basic fucking knowledge of science because I'm just,
Like a bit of science.
curious. I'm curious like that. But like, I look at the different possible forms of faster than light travel, quantum mechanics,
okay,
theoretical physics, and things like that. Like, the funniest shit about all of this is that at some point you kind of go like, we have very, very slight indications that physics and all of the established rules of physics might not make any sense.
I know, I've actually heard about this, and that's really, really interesting to me.
And that's always fascinating to me. Like, for example...
Like what if all of this study and, like, research and stuff we've done into how the universe works is just wrong?
Yeah, it's like, it's always funny because, like, especially in the recent years, we, for example, are starting to find out the mind-blowing thing that, like, everything we knew, or more like theorized about black holes and was generally accepted about how physics works around black holes, no longer fucking applies.
Yeah. No, that's fucking crazy to me, right?
Yeah.
Same as how we, like, we declassify Pluto all the time, but, like, the thing I'm thinking about as well is, how much do you know about, like, the history of, like, medicine?
The history of medicine is also fucking wacky.
Okay, yeah, because this is what I find really interesting. Because imagine being the guy who's like got this great idea about how, like, it's the vapors, it's the four humors, and then some dude fucking rocks up with his hoity-toity microscope and goes, actually, yeah, there's just like little things that you can't see with your eye, and they're the reason you get really ill sometimes. And like, how would you react to that?
Dudes who run around your bloodstream and make you sick.
And everyone just goes, huh, alright, because I imagine, like, the pushback would have been insane.
Yeah, I mean, there probably was too. I mean, when you think about it, cutting open humans was banned in Europe for the longest time.
It's crazy. But that's only like 150 years ago. And like,
yeah, because when you think there was like, the people who followed Judaism were the only one who cut open people in Europe for a big while.
No, I do remember actually reading about this, because you had people who wanted to go cut people open would just go over there just so they could do that and look inside the human body and see what was up.
There is a movie about it.
Oh no!
And there is a movie about that one. I just remember, like, that, yeah. Oh god.
Oh man. But no, I think stuff like that's really interesting, because like how we
when it comes
slowly
to science and pseudoscience, sorry for interrupting
no, it's fine,
I just wanted to finish the thought. It's like often there is a lot of indications it might make sense, and often they go into tangents of let's go through this math just in case it works, assuming this thing exists.
Yes.
So for example, my favorite FTL theory is the Alcubierre drive, which is essentially the theory that if exotic particles exist, you could warp gravity in a bubble around the spaceship, and then you have a bubble of light, that bubble of space-time, which is accelerated inside of which you have a normal spaceship, which can then travel faster than light.
Fuck it, why not?
And it just kind of pushes light in front of it, because we already know that the light kind of behaves like that in areas where light can't go as fast as normally.
Yeah.
But you can push it faster. We already know that Cherenkov radiation is real from underwater experiments.
Yes. And the thing I'm wondering is, like, what is the landscape of science going to be like in 100 years from now?
That depends if we stop beating ourselves with a rock.
That is true. We just stop, like, giving ourselves the brain damage trying to do the science right now. In the future, AI will diagnose all of my symptoms. And it'll still be less accurate than WebMD.
I'm just imagining. AI gives you this long description of all of the mental illnesses and physical illnesses you have, and WebMD goes, "You got autism, lol."
It's really amusing. It's like you go into WebMD and it's just like it's the worst thing that could possibly happen anytime. Slightly itchy throat. Oh no, sorry mate, that's terminal. And it's all like that. Like I had I had norovirus recently. Well, not recently, about a month or so ago, and it just knocked me out of action for a week. And WebMD was convinced that I was just gonna die of something, like just death. Death was coming for me soon.
That's oh god, that's so fucking funny.
It's insane. I just... It makes me very, like, happy that in the UK we have a pretty reliable resource when it comes to the... just, like public health services, right? We have a nice NHS website, and on there's just, like, a long list of just, like, yeah, here's what might be wrong. Go see your GP if something's wrong. What if you feel like this way? It's chill. It's not like, oh... yeah, you're gonna die. That's it. Death soon. Like I know. I feel like the American one exists to scare people into buying health insurance. That is probably what's going on there. If I were a betting man.
I mean, that sounds like a very common thing which I hear from Americans, because, like, you know, often I have my American friends asking me for health advice, and I'm like, bro,
yep.
I am not qualified to do this. Why are you asking me? Well, you're my friend and I trust you more than the doctor. What?
Wow, that's fucked. I think the closest I have to that is I was in the Boy Scouts and I got first aid training through that. And that's about the closest I can give to any kind of medical care.
Well, my you know.
Oh right, yeah.
Knowledge of health and things is a little bit beyond that.
Yes.
It's still not somewhere where, like, you know, you should still go to your GP.
Yep. It's a bit more than just, if someone's bleeding profusely or they've lost a leg, maybe put a tourniquet on it. That's what I've got. I've got like plasters and ropes and things.
It's like, you know, someone's coughing. I look at the
tourniquet.
List of injuries I'm qualified to treat. Bro, you got shot in the foot.
Oh god. Okay, I have another hypothetical, and this one's very up. This is a familiar scenario for you specifically.
It's a scav. Shoot it.
No.
Okay, you're doing a norm. Oh boy, there we go.
And guess what? Hang on, finish reading it.
You are doing regular and normal whiskey things, commanding a sea vessel, when all of a sudden. Okay, so first of all,
okay,
let's assume a very common. I'm going to pick a random vessel from the Dutch Navy.
Okay. I was gonna say take your pick of anything you want, because that would just be amusing. But do you think?
With that, I would go with the Zeven Provinciën class frigate.
Sure. Not going to attempt to type that up to find out what that is.
I can send you a link.
Okay.
So it's not the biggest naval vessel,
right?
But it's the naval vessel which every Dutch person likes.
Oh wow, that is a very
This is our quote-unquote frigate.
Okay.
It's definitely not a destroyer. It's
No,
definitely not a
it's
similar size and armament to an Arleigh-Burke.
it's
We
very
definitely did
shaped.
not overdo it.
Mhm.
It's a frigate. We told that to our government to allow us to build some.
Oh god.
Anyways,
So the Kraken descends upon your mighty frigate. What do we have? What are we doing?
so first of
It's come
all,
to the bow.
I would imagine that we would know about it pretty fucking early.
Oh right, okay. Very big blip on
Because
the
of the
radar has
modern
showed up.
sensor.
Yep.
I wouldn't say radar, more like
Oh,
sonar there.
sonar. There we go.
A lot of the modern vessels have a hull-mounted sonar, and I would probably say that.
Do they tend to pick up
You
sea
see, the
life much?
funniest part, I feel like in the case of finding a Kraken that's not an immediate danger,
Yes.
the hardest part of engaging it would be getting the permission not to fire.
It's an endangered creature. You can't do that.
But let's assume that I have a reason to think that it is hostile.
Okay,
You see,
let's say it is
the funny
explicitly
part,
attacking the vessel now.
I am wondering, would a torpedo decoy work against this? I'm just wondering, would a Nixie distract it? I'm just curious. This is my first thought.
This is our first thought.
But you see, obviously, the best way to engage it is the Mod 9 torpedo launchers.
Yep.
Like, you can just shove a Mark 46 down its throat. Maybe get a I would assume it attacks during a storm.
Yes.
So the question is whether or not the helicopter would be any good.
Let's say it's starting to wrap its tentacles around the vessel, and it's dragging the
fire.
Everything. Okay, everything at once.
Fire everything. Hope it stops grabbing us. Slap it in the face with the decoy if you need to.
Yep. This is an emergency situation.
Grabbing you, just all ahead full. Even if we are flooding, all ahead full. Because modern vessels are fairly sturdy against this kind of damage, hopefully.
Yes.
Unless they are Norwegian.
And then they are made of paper.
Well, there was the case where a commercial vessel got rammed by a Norwegian warship.
Oh no! Did it crumple immediately?
I think that it was the Norwegian vessel sinking in the end.
Oh no!
But the funny part is I'm really just wondering, a Kraken, a gigantic sea squid.
Yes.
I am wondering, would a sonar ping hurt it?
So I imagine you know a lot more about this. You're very naval pilled. Have there been instances of sonar pings picking up large sea creatures?
Well, large sea creatures you will see on sonar.
Right. So what, whales? I'm guessing.
Well, whales, sharks, dolphins.
Oh, okay. I didn't think they'd dolphins are pretty small, things considered.
Well, the thing is, Cliff, sonar picks up torpedoes.
Oh shit, you're right. Yeah, and they are they are dolphin sized.
Torpedoes are actually kind of smaller. I mean, bigger sometimes. Another thing is that stealth is a thing.
Yes.
A lot of shit is trying to disguise itself as a sea creature.
Yeah.
But there is also South American countries ship got sunk trying to
ram a cruise liner. Oh god.
There is a lot of funny naval stories about this kind of stuff, but a sea creature, there is a lot of fucking question marks there. I'm actually really curious because now I would want to talk to a marine biologist and bother him with this.
So just silly questions.
I feel like a marine biologist wouldn't know what those weapon systems and sensor systems do. But
sonar pings mess up sea creatures from far away as well. Is that true?
Yep, that is also true.
Do they not like it? I'm guessing they don't like it, yeah.
There is a lot of questions there, yeah.
Just pulling up resident marine biologists and ask them questions like this.
Yeah. Like, there is a big fucking thing, like, it's mostly biomass, I
Hmm.
would guess. So the thing is, if sonar picked it up and we know it's a threat,
Yeah.
I would say the torpedoes would be the first thing, because you see, the torpedoes are the real, like,
It's a deterrent, I guess.
yeah, like lightweight anti-submarine warfare torpedoes should work against it.
Or piss it off. And now it really wants to kill everyone on the boat.
I mean, depends how big it is and can we evade it. If we can't evade it, you engage it. That's
Yep.
the logical thing. Like,
I do just think it's like very, very, very interesting that like there's a lot of okay, so depictions of the Kraken go back like years and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. It's why you get like in those really old images of like maps of the ocean and the sea, there's just like sea monsters around in the middle. Because everyone was just like, you can't go there. The sea monsters are gonna get you. But this is also kind of like the same time period where we're just like, oh yeah, no, dragons are real. Horror fae and pixies and nasty goblins are too. Don't want to go out there. Might get
oh
snatched
yeah,
in our
I mean,
sleep.
when you think about it, you're like, someone's fucking husband is cheating on them and going to the forest to shag the neighbor, and she goes like, "Oh, he's shagging a dryad." She bewitched him because she couldn't see what woman he
So
was shagging in
that
the forest. Like,
that's actually the baseline of a lot of like Japanese yokai and myths surrounding those. It's
it
like
was a yokai mid-year. I wasn't know. I
no,
didn't know what happened.
that is 100% how a lot of Japanese yokai exist. It's like fascinating.
I'm
That a
also
lot of it.
absolutely certain that a lot of like, when you hear the like the Japanese high school yokai, like those like urban legends
Ah,
and myths.
yes.
I'm absolutely certain that half of those were caused by some exhibitionist
I
doing quirky shit at the school.
yeah, no, that is like 100% true. That's how a lot of like Japanese yokai myths and things go. There's like one particular one that I can't remember the name of, in which it's just like, oh yeah, a whole bunch of men were reporting hearing like wailing women in the streets, and it was terrifying. It was like, oh no, they were just being like abused. It's like, oh, that's great. Myth of the wailing woman. It's just domestic. It's like, wow, good job there, Japan. But then you've got
Oh
like,
god.
so how much do you know about the Kappa?
I know a bit about the kappa.
Okay, you know about like the soul orb?
Yep.
Okay, and the when when you die and you wash up at sea, they want to like steal the soul orb from your anus directly.
I heard about that.
Yeah, so it's like that's why people tend to wash up with just like expanded anuses on the shore. There we go. Someone's got the exact name of
Oh,
it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this is why I really like Japanese folklore. 'Cause it's just like what quirky little explanation and what funny little guy is the reason for this like otherwise relatively explainable phenomenon. Like what if I lit my candles by a windowsill and they were blown out by the morning? Ah, gotta be the candle kicker. You've got all sorts of stuff like that. It's just like mundane things that are explained really easily. It's like, nah, yokai did it, mate.
Oh god, there is like so much in ancient European mythology from those kind of stories. Like especially in Nordic mythology, you see
Not naked.
some of those creatures.
So this is actually
But
something
it's
I may
also
ask you
like
about
a
a little
lot
bit
of things
later
are
on.
also sorry.
Oh,
A
that's right. Go
lot
ahead.
of those natural phenomena are also explained by like the god mad.
Yes, yes. You get a lot of that. There's just like a lot of that in Japan. Like so much of it, and you kind of have this thing where people are just like, "Oh yeah, modern technology has explained away various yokai," compared to like, Japan likes their kitsunes and their tanukis and things, but that's just because they just have like foxes and raccoon dogs which still roam around and are real and tangible. That's not stopped happening, but like Kappa, no, that's just yeah. They're not out there, not trying to sink your ship.
Yeah.
God.
I mean, Kraken is like one of those myths, which kind of is like the Loch Ness deer.
Yes.
The
I've-
funny part is like sea creatures definitely like, I can see a squid getting that big and then just
No,
grabbing onto a
same.
ship.
Isn't there a statistic that's just something like 80% of the ocean is unexplored? Because we just can't go that deep. And
Yeah.
it's like, what's
that's
down
true.
there? What is actually down there? Because we have like anglerfish, we have stuff like that. We have oh, my bad. We have stuff like
I love the ocean.
You're a big fan of the ocean.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be actually. I'm not surprised. But we have stuff like
But I like the surface of the ocean. I wouldn't
yeah.
go in a
Wouldn't go
fucking
to
death
see.
bathtub.
Yep, to see the horrible, fucked up nightmare creatures down there.
You're never ever getting me alive into an ocean game.
When's the Subnautica playthrough, Whiskey?
The funny part is Subnautica and submarine games. I
Mhm.
can get behind those because those are fucking fun.
Yes. But the real
But
ocean?
yeah, we can do a Subnautica playthrough at some point. Like,
There
not
we go.
Subnautica. I actually already did Subnautica, but
Oh,
the funny
shit, my
part
bad.
is, do you know what was the most terrifying creature to me in
What was?
Subnautica?
I've actually not played it, but go ahead anyway.
The leeches, the
The
small,
leeches.
tiny little
Oh,
leeches.
right.
I fucking despise
Yeah,
leeches.
stuff like that makes me
Dude.
feel like really weird and uncomfortable. There's a Stargate at the bottom of the ocean, Whiskey.
Okay, Luke. Okay, Luke. Depending on the point of the timeline where we are in the Stargate story, it's either there is either a second one under
Right.
the giant mountain, or we have that one in Egypt, or the one that the Nazis stole, or the
Like-
one that's in the United States in a box, or we already got the one out of the ocean out, or it's still in Antarctica, or we can just steal someone else's Stargate.
Bang on. I'm very glad that you're very passionate about
Stargate.
this. Yeah, no, I very much guessed. Oh god, but no, like the ocean's fucked up because you know about the blobfish, right?
Yeah.
They don't look like that. They don't look like that. They look like completely different creatures. That one
Yeah.
picture that goes around. What happened was that was a blobfish that was like dragged up from like the depths of the sea at a very high speed, and it experienced immense pressure and like just transformed into a different creature. They don't they don't normally look like that. It's fucked.
Yep. Do you want to know something funny?
Mhm.
You know what's my favorite fucking fish?
Yes. What is your favorite fish? What is the name of this one? It's the quirked up
Gambas.
There we go. The quirked up Japanese fish.
There are some really fucking funny models people made of submarines.
It's so
its
good.
face.
I saw people making torpedoes out of it.
Yes, and putting them on planes.
Yes.
I really fucking want to find a plushie of one and buy it. Like,
There-
oh god,
Hang
wait
on.
a second.
I got just
found?
the thing for you. You're gonna love this. It's a tea set.
Oh, I love it.
It's
There
so
you
good.
go, something in return.
For fuck's sake, I'm putting this up on stream so people can see this lovely, this fantastic image you've delivered to me.
Yeah.
Wow. Look, oh, that's really fucking big. Great image, Whiskey. It's got a Reddit watermark and everything.
I thought the Reddit watermark was perfect. I just love that you still got it besides the Kraken.
Yeah. It's basically like we're just doing that. Look, the Kraken, the mighty Kraken.
Guys, screenshot this.
Oh god.
We are reaching whole life levels there.
Yep. Alright, I'm gonna make
the
the
Kraken and it's the fucking Western mythology. Oh, so this guy, Cliff-san.
Oh god, I love this little dude. Funny guy. I think I have possibly one more thing to do with the funny quacked up. No. This is quacked up fish thing.
But yeah, like a lot of the fucking theoretical defense against the creature is what would work. Because there is like a list of things which you would try. But the funny part with the Kraken is really like, the first thought is, What is the ROE? Are we allowed to attack it? Are we allowed? But like, if it's visibly a threat and you are allowed to attack it under assumption that you are allowed to attack.
Okay, can I
we'll
ask
just
why
try-
you would not be allowed to attack a kraken? What is the rationale there? Is it like endangered species kind of thing?
I would assume the endangered species kind of thing, because you see gigantic squids are probably ancient and
Right.
you would get yelled at. You
Okay.
would definitely get yelled at. Like, I can tell you 100% that it would, like,
You're getting a bollocking if you
Yeah,
fire
like, first of
unauthorized upon the kraken.
Yeah. Like, honestly, my first thought would be, can we scare it off with the sonar?
Yep.
Like,
Give it a little boop, and it goes, wah! Squid noises.
Yeah. We can scurry back down. It's possible it would get, like, more pissed off, but I assume that it's already pissed off and we are beyond, like,
Yeah,
trying to
let's
avoid it.
assume that the sonar pings are what's pissed it off.
Yeah. Another thing is, like, sea creatures are not that... Depends on the sea creature, but the thing is, a ship can go 30 knots.
Yes.
30 knots,
Garad,
like...
thank you for the follow. Much appreciated.
33 kilometers an hour?
Hmm.
No, that's 18 knots. 18 knots is 33. 56 kilometers an hour.
Holy moly.
35 mph, miles per hour. So the ships are not slow, and sea creatures need to work against the water pressure.
That's good thinking here. Good thinking. I'm liking that rationale. I'm glad this is the one we put the most thought in, because out of all of these, I was like, this is the most whiskey core one I've got. It's about boats.
Yeah. If you also
it's about
wanted to
sea
scare
life.
away the kraken, maybe you could detonate a torpedo in front of it.
Yes, and it's gonna go and fuck off, hopefully.
Like, you can see me, like, for example, like, on the fucking ground, an absolute menace immediately resorts to shooting each one of those creatures. The sea creature, how do we avoid killing this thing to not get yelled at by the government?
If the government found out of this, they'd be very, very, very upset that we killed their top secret weapon.
Yeah, like, the Americans wouldn't be happy that we killed their specially created squid for sinking Russian submarines.
That's a conspiracy I can buy into. That's good. I like that.
I'm just imagining the hunt for Red October, and it's just a Cthulhu cover.
Oh god. So I do have another one.
Funny.
I have one last creature.
Okay, let's see.
Everything is calm. Everything is tranquil. Wrong! Thunderbird attack! It's a great big bird. It's a huge bird. It's like a 15-foot tall bird, and it's swooping down from above you, and it's coming to pick you up and drag you off the ground. What are we doing?
Well, first of all, I would probably try to get next to a tree to prevent it from maneuvering.
Yes.
Because, like, again, it takes a lot of fucking space with its wings.
That's true. You're probably going to hear it to some extent, maybe, possibly, unless you're, like, not observant. But let's assume it's bearing down on you. It's fixing
like,
to pick you up
Cliff
off the ground.
Can't hear the gigantic bird. He had the earpod in his side ears. But, like, my immediate plan would probably be getting somewhere, if it's within, like, sprinting distance, where it can't grab me.
It's very smart. Very smart.
And the second choice would, as always, second verse, same as the first, shoot it. Shoot its wings, probably.
There we go.
If it can't fly, it can't catch me.
There we go. Smart. Smart. Whiskey has been in this situation beforehand. Reason I bring up this situation specifically is because in 1977, there was an account of two young boys playing in a field together when one of them was reportedly carried off 30 feet into the sky by a thunderbird and then dropped and caught by his brother.
Caught?
Yes. Make of that what you wish. Because, yeah, I think if you're like a young boy and you're being dropped 30 foot, you're probably not going to do too well.
I don't think that even being caught would save you. More
Yeah.
likely, it would injure the other boy too.
Yeah. You're probably in a world of hurt if you're being dropped 30 foot from anywhere. Because that's not nothing. That's like, what's that in meters for us
I
filthy
mean, I'm
Europeans?
6 foot tall,
Oh wow, you're tall.
so
What the fuck?
like, well, I'm 6'1", so
Ah, okay. I'm not beating the
You're
Mandler
okay?
allegations. I'm not. I'm an inch shorter. Fuck. God damn it.
But yeah, that's like 185 centimeters, so I'm imagining one extra foot for
Yeah, there you
like
go.
7 foot would be like 2 meters.
Mhm.
30 foot, that's like 6 meters and 6, 7, 8, like 8 meters, 8 to 10 meters.
Yeah, that's not nothing. Wow.
10 meters, that's like 2-story drop.
Yeah, that's yeah. Someone catching you from that is
3 story.
gonna be rough.
Like, even if someone caught you and slowed down your fall, I feel like there would be a lot of injury. Honestly, my assumption with those two,
Mhm.
one of them was a retard and was climbing from a tree and trying to explain the fact both of them are hurt with
Yeah,
that.
heard a little story on the playground. Mom, it's the Thunderbird. The Thunderbird dropped me, and I was being carried off. And...
It's like all of those amateur historians slipping on an artillery shell.
Yep.
I'm just imagining, no, that was not an artillery shell. I was walking on the beach and a kappa tried to steal
my anus
bubble.
orb. So, what's interesting as well about the Thunderbird is not only have they been reported in parts of Native American history, but also Canadian history, which is interesting because those groups don't really interact much. Make of that what you will.
I mean,
there's just a lot of reports of just a great big fucking bird, and you've got guys who are like, yeah, no, I hunted one, hunted a great big bird, and me and my brother, we caught it, and it's just like an albatross or something, because they can get pretty big too.
yeah, some birds can be very, very fucking big.
Yeah.
Another thing is, like, I'd imagine that person panicking and seeing the bird becoming rapidly bigger when it just sees itself at them. I'd imagine they would perceive it and remember it as way bigger.
Yeah. And sometimes you do get stuff like that.
You see the funny story? This is gonna be a funny whiskey story. Like,
We got a funny whiskey story. Got a real rib tickler coming up.
How are those boxes which like old people store sugar cubes in called? It has like a specific name.
Oh god. I know what you're talking about, but I don't know the name either. Hang on.
Oh god. But like, you see, my grandmother had a one made out of like, carved glass, not carved.
Oh wow.
Like, really fancy one.
Yeah.
And I always remembered it as something absolutely gigantic. I always remembered it and had the impression it was gigantic and completely full. Like, absolutely fucking massive.
Did you like eating individual sugar cubes?
Yes.
Yeah, baby!
Well, like, I remembered it as fucking massive, and then years later, I see it again at my grandmother's place, and it's tiny.
Yep.
Or not tiny, it's still big, but it's not like massive like I remember it. Like, I remember it was imposant. It was like Eiffel Tower big. Like,
wow.
It was massive. Not like Eiffel Tower big, but it was really, really fucking huge. Then I look at it and it's kind of normal.
Yeah. And I do feel like you get a lot of stuff like that where people just tend to misremember things or think they were a lot bigger than they were. It's interesting. I feel like you sometimes get this with stories of like various creatures or things that people may have encountered. Especially stuff with like the Thunderbird, where ostensibly all the Thunderbird is a great big bird. Just a big bird.
I'd imagine that, like, if someone goes into the nature, they see a huge fucking bird.
Yeah.
They don't know what it is. And years later, when they are bigger and they already know what the proper bird is supposed to look like, and someone's talking about seeing a thunderbird, and they will be like, yeah, I saw one too when I was young. Because they don't know what type of bird it was, but they know birds much smaller now.
So I'm reading from a Wikipedia page. Some tales tell of enormous eagles strong enough to carry whales back to their nests. And that's where some of this might have been based out of. People are just like, oh, there must be a bird that's big enough to do all of that. There must surely been. Reportedly, several eyewitnesses had seen attacks take place. The birds were described having a white ring around their neck, 4.5-foot body, with each ring reportedly 4 feet long, a 6-inch hooked bill, 3 front claws, 1 backer, and a large black body. That's pretty much what we have here.
So it's a big vulture.
It's a big vulture. I've got an image of a prehistoric vulture next to a human being. For size reference.
Let's see.
There we go. Look at that. Great big bird. God bless whoever took the measurements. Yeah, they were being very precise with that. I know, it's just like stuff like that's really interesting to me. Like
halt, Habitzeit, just pulls out. The
yeah, he pulls out his little
start...
notepad and reads all of it off, like like word for word.
Yeah, then gives him a thumbs up, and now give me 10 seconds to hide before you start chasing me, mate. Cheers. That sounds like a Scooby-Dooby-Doo scenario.
Yeah, we need to drum up a fake story to get more people interested in our very niche part of industry again. Big bird. I love stuff like this. Oh, gosh. Okay. So, that wraps it up for hypotheticals. However, here's what I wanted to ask you specifically about any interesting parts of, like, Dutch folklore or mythology or potential creatures that exist within that come to your mind immediately.
You see, the funny part to me is, like, most of the folklore and the history which I know is mostly just real history and not that much like, folklore and mythology. But the thing is, I feel like mainland European mythology is very much more often than rare creatures, aside from maybe, the German Wolpertinger.
Yeah.
Which is really fucking funny to me. Wait a second.
Oh, you Googling.
Oh, like, this is one fucking funny.
I'm ready.
Rabbit. I know that there is definitely a VTuber based on this.
What's Evander? Oh, that's a... Oh, yeah. Yes, Wolpertinger. I'm aware of these. These are really fun. They're just like... Okay, my favorite thing about like old mythological beings.
You will love one that's like, I believe this is one of the pictures on Wikipedia which I fucking saved because this one is just fucking hilarious.
I think chat or some members of chat are familiar with the Wolpertinger. There we go. It's Evander. That's like a really bad taxidermy. Oh no. Oh no. What the fuck? That's so bad. Oh my god. What I love about this the most is it's just like...
It looks so surprised.
Oh, gosh.
This one looks so fucking surprised.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you caught me as I stepped out the shower, you fuckhead.
I just love how, like, the more modern pictures of it. But you see, there is so many taxidermies, like, the really...
Yeah.
Like, this is the one which has, like, the most taxidermies because they are, like, popular in pubs and shit.
Oh, right, yeah. See, that's something that never really made it over here, is we don't tend to have a big kind of, like, taxidermy in pub culture here. Too much. But I know, like, Central Europe likes that a lot for some reason or another.
Yeah.
Over here, do you know what it is over here, Whiskey? We get, like, we get mounted guns over here. It's a lot of the time it's just decommissioned, like, Brown Bess rifles and things like that.
Like those filled with lead or like, with metal part into the mechanism so that they can never shoot again and disable them on walls. Oh, that's so fucking sad.
I actually have one. just sitting in my room, and I'm quite happy with it. Every now and then I just kind of like cradle it a little bit and operate the action as much as I can. It's as much
like
as
a
I'm
fitness
allowed.
trigger for you.
Oh gosh.
Oh boy.
Okay, I'm gonna go
But
pick it
like,
up right
there
now.
is,
One moment.
yeah, no problem. Tell me when you're
Entertain
back.
chat. I'll be back.
Okay, chat. What do you want to say? Quickly, pull up his hair and play tic-tac-toe on his face. His emotional support rifle? Yeah, that kind of is accurate. This is what folks thought platypus were? Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I'm going to ignore that one Duke Moose, and you know fucking
Okay,
why.
hello, I'm back. I've got my emotional
back.
support rifle.
Can
I'm
you
gonna...
quickly look at the word dingus, which Moose said, and ban it in chat?
Dingus. Is dingus a prohibited word in whiskey
Yes.
chat? Oh, wait, hang on. Can I play this into the microphone? Will it pick up?
It's kind of funny because you see, that word, it was fine the first, let's say, 100 times. Let's say that the first 100 times it was funny. Now it's just...
Now we're not allowed dingus anymore.
Now it's just annoying.
Oh, it's annoying. It has two meanings. Is one of them, like, secretly giga rude?
There is multiple root meanings for
Oh
this
no.
one.
Oh no. Bullied her a bit too much. Oh dear. Dingus permissions
More like it's
revoked.
pissing me off rather than like,
pissing me off.
bullying.
Is that picking up, by the way?
Is what picking up?
Hang on, if I... No, not at all.
Are you playing with the action and trying to make action sounds?
I am. I'm doing that right now. Hang on, I'll turn off noise suppression real quick. There we go. Actually, I'm going to turn it off on stream. Actually, you know what? You'll probably get it now. Bye.
Yeah, now I heard it.
It's... lovely little thing.
It's very, very light.
It's all it does. It's... Because what I've got specifically, this was a pub ornament beforehand. And the pub went out of business, and they were auctioning everything off, and I was like, for 20 quid, I'll have that.
Oh god. Damn, you're gonna hate the story about how I got my Luga.
Oh no, you didn't, like, actually go back in time to kill a Nazi officer, did you?
Damn, you got me now. But my cover story is, I went to a flea market.
Wow.
There was a dude who had just, like, a Luger among the things he was selling, and I was like, how much do you want for this? And he went like, I don't know.
Oh no!
And I just went right there and bought him a he got a 6-pack out of that.
That's crazy.
I got a Luger because, you see, I'm pretty sure the dude thought it was a replica.
Oh, it was a real deal in the end.
Like, do you know why he thought it was a replica?
Not a clue.
The spring in the bag was broken.
Oh, come on. Come on. I mean, I'm happy for you, but damn. Dude got.
I'm just like, every single time I tell this story, someone in chat is like, why you? Why not me?
Why not
it should have
me?
been me.
Oh, God. I'm realizing now this does actually also come with a nice... It's got, like, the original ramrod on it and everything.
Ayo, nice.
I'm popping it down it. Oh, it
hey,
goes all the way down.
You can still go and kill people with this one. You just need a bayonet.
Oh, actually, shit. If I drop that too far in, it's going to go all the way down the barrel. Right. Pulling it back out.
Cliff lost his ramrod.
No! Anything but my ramrod! There it goes. Okay, I'm going to go pop this away now. It sits in the corner of my room. One moment.
Also, Skelly Jellyman, I registered it as a grandfathered gun afterwards.
Smart.
So it's legal. Quote-unquote grandfathered. There's a lot of stuff which got quote-unquote grandfathered here. Which to me is always the most fucking funny. Ah, yeah, the grandfathered FAL. Ah, yeah, he's playing with his gun. Let him be. Let him play with his ramrod.
I'm back. I'm done playing with my ramrod.
Okay. Was it fun?
It was. It was an exhilarating experience.
But yeah, when it comes to those, like, I would say that
Should we get rid of the
portion
Wolpertinger
of the
for now?
mythology is like the first thing which comes to my mind is literally the Wolpertinger, even
It's
though that's
fun.
like not that local. It's funny. And
It's
the funny
funny.
part, the reason why I remember this one so well is I've seen them in pubs.
Yes. Okay, no, that makes sense actually. No, because no, that makes total sense. 'Cause I think the closest we also get to that is like maybe like taxidermied heads and stuff from like pithy expeditionary dudes who are like, oh, I traveled to North Africa and I slayed a feral beast. It's like a tiger head or something. I think they've stopped doing those now for fairly obvious reasons.
But yeah, then like the Dutch folklore is very much similar with like the European folklore. So like dwarves,
There we
goblins,
go.
the Anchigon, the basilisk. Then there is
I think dragons are an
like
interesting one.
something like a Haldra, like Scandinavian folklore stuff.
That's cool. I think like dragons on the whole are an interesting one because like culturally, a lot of like
the jar pisser, the jar pisser.
The jar pisser.
Wait a second, I'm gonna send you
So I'm reading off of the Holdra right now. A seductive forest spirit from Norse mythology.
Just look up the jar pisser there.
The jar pisser. Oh my god.
It's a historical figure from the city of Tilburg who collects his urine in a jar for the ammonia.
That's phenomenal. Love that. Love that. Phenomenal. Thank you for that, Whiskey. Jar pisser.
It's fucking funny because that's actual Dutch mythology, and it's from that one city of Tilburg.
See if there's any like. I'm seeing if there's any like depiction of it. Oh, there's a fucking jar pisser statue.
Yep.
Dude, he's like a tiny little old man.
Yep.
I'm putting this one up. I'm gonna be honest, this is way more interesting than like anything I've covered here today. I love this. That's great. The jar pisser. Chat's loving the jar pisser.
Yeah, it's like, the Dutch folklore is like, also very much a people folklore because, again, it's a small country.
Yeah. It's like, we've got dragons over here, we've got, like, fae, we've got, like, stories about, like, how corgis as an animal exist so they can be ridden by fairies and stuff, and then in fucking the Netherlands, we have...
Oh, we also got the Flying Dutchman, of course.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, no, you know what, props for that. But you also have the jar pisser.
Yeah, we also got the jar pisser.
What do you do, bro? Well, I piss in jars. Oh, okay.
Oh no, like legendary people. When I look at legendary people list of Dutch mythology, oh no, I see the Zwarte Piet here. It's the nice dude who goes with Saint Nicholas, and we cannot talk about his skin color anymore.
Yes, okay. I'm gonna send you this as well about whipping Tom, because we have our own few like just little folk dudes who do things.
Yeah. I'm thinking of legendary creatures, but it's like dwarves, gnomes, goblins.
I'm not gonna lie, if you want to go on a tangent about just interesting folk dudes, I'm way more than happy to hear about that. The jar pisser has captivated me.
Oh, there is the Boo Man.
The Boo Man.
Literally the Boogeyman. Like, the Boogeyman is a thing, and that's a creature, apparently, according to this. So
I like that.
In the late 1600s, London was plagued by a sexual attacker dubbed the Whipping Tom, who would spank his victims with his hands, sometimes a rod, and shout "Spanko" before running away. What the fuck, bro?
I love it. Real life cryptid.
That's literally just a modern Japanese dude isekai into 1600s
Spanko! Oh god.
Oh, there is also like a lot of the the light elves from Nordic mythology.
Okay.
Which are probably just swamp lights, actually, but the painting which depicts them.
I'm interested to see this. Right,
Oh god,
right.
another thing is we got the okay, I'm going to say this one's name not in Dutch
Okay,
because we
that's
cannot
fair.
say that one. People would get it wrong.
Yeah.
But there is the Nixie,
Oh,
which is a
okay.
water spirit. The thing is
Yes.
in Dutch it's pronounced
Go ahead. Let's hear it.
I'm gonna write it in the chat.
Is this for me to pronounce?
Do
Do you
you
need?
want to pronounce it?
Oh no!
Oh, no,
You got fucking
no,
you got auto modded. Hang on, I need to screenshot this. This is like the worst thing to have out of context. I'm
Oh no!
sending this one over to you.
Oh god! Cliff!
This one's multi-layered.
Oh god!
Oh god.
There is also a stiff,
Mhm.
which is an elf who invents starch.
Stiffed.
Stiff.
Stiff.
It's literally just written as stiff.
Stiff.
Like elves and goblins and
Oh,
elves
right.
and their antics. Like elves are little guys. In Germanic mythology, elves are like little guys, and they don't always have to be like elves and dwarves. The funny part is dwarves are like, the more based elves essentially in Germanic mythology.
They do a little bit of rock and stone from time to time.
But like, elves are like, the tiny ones, which are fucking mischievous. They're essentially like those. Yeah.
I'm like fascinated by stuff like this, and that someday some guy called Tolkien just sits down and he goes, "Here's my take on all of that," and that's just been the more like culturally prevalent representation of these things for ages now.
Yeah, that's the funny part. Like, fucking Tolkien just changed all of that.
Yep.
Oh, we also got a class Vaak, which is the Sandman.
Oh no! This sounds good.
Dutch.
Is this Big Sleepy Man? Or is this?
Oh yeah, this is fucking funny to me too. Like, how there is the goddess Mara in fucking Skyrim, right?
Yes. Okay.
Mara in Scandinavian countries is a malignant female wraith who causes nightmares.
Oh, that's fun. Oh god.
That's also fucking funny.
At this point, I'm just like kind of tempted for you to throw like bizarrely odd names with hard pronunciation to me so that I can be laughed at for getting them wrong, because I'm looking at the link you sent me with dark and light elves, and I don't want to give it a go because I feel like I'm going to embarrass myself.
Okay, try to pronounce this one.
Oh, this feels like a trap. Kabouter?
Kabouter.
Okay.
Kabouter.
That's fun. Big fan of that. What is this?
Those are the light elves.
Ah, okay. Oh, fuck's sake. Oh god, this is embarrassing now. Do I embarrass? What? Dwalishen?
Dwaallichten.
Okay. I'm starting to like get a basis of how like this language works now.
Now I will send you something that goes so completely different.
Oh no.
Nah, it's fine.
I'm ready.
Oh yeah, then there is the Waterwolf, which is funny because Waterwolf, you would expect a fucking wolf, which is somehow connected to water.
Yeah, or dog or something.
Wrong, is animization of rough waves at the sea.
Right. Okay, no, that's interesting. I kind of like that.
It's essentially a Waterwolf is essentially an animization of the threat of water to the land.
Yeah.
Because rough waves, which were a constant threat to low country, was given the nickname Waterwolf.
No, that makes sense.
And slag tegen Waterwolf is also like water.
Yeah. No, I get it. That makes sense.
Father would be vader. It's not written the same way.
How is that?
But like,
written?
I also feel like aside from like, the gnomes, goblins, and traditional fucking It's literally written water wolf. Oh, we also got the mocking water spirit, which was invented by adults to keep children safely away from the water.
Oh no,
That's
I'd
fun.
see. I like things like this, where it's just like things we made up to stop children doing stupid shit. Oh, you don't want to go there. This creature, etc.
This
will
dude's
get you.
just gonna grab you and fucking waterboard you.
Yep, you will die. Death.
And when you like look at depictions of this one, it's so wacky because it's like, so widespread. And I know that like literally one of the big depictions of this one, which when you will Google it now, like
Oh yeah, it's just I think I've got the one. I'm gonna.
some metal band.
Oh, okay. No, I'm looking at something else. I
I
got.
just find it fucking funny that the metal band named themselves after the thing made to spook children.
I got this image up.
Oh yeah, this thing too. It looks very funky.
So something I found out after I started streaming is that I share my name with a rock band, which makes it really just annoying if you try searching me on Google.
I didn't know that actually.
I only found this out after I started streaming. It's like
You say it's going
the
to be
subtitle of a band released.
Lepaka Clifford. Yeah.
Oh no, it's just an individual song by a band, which is like sure, okay. But if you scroll down a bit, eventually you find me.
Yeah, you find eventually. But you know what? Imagine eventually when you will grow way larger.
Yeah.
That band is gonna be really pissed off.
Yeah, who's this fucking twink adjacent anime boy? And what is he doing in our search results?
You see, the funny part is once you will get a little bit more powerful and it's gonna be like mixed, it will look like it belongs together because you still got kind of metal/horror team going for you.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, they published this song
like
in the 1990s, and I don't think they're even operational as a band anymore. Which is like the most fucked up thing.
You see, the funny part is I'm just looking down and I just see your Clifford MP7A2 skin.
Oh, yeah.
Under that, there is like, their band logo. And it looks like it belongs together.
That's so cool.
Just look at this.
That's really fucking cool. I'm putting that up on stream real quick. That's fun. That's cool. That's so fucking cool, dude. Big fan.
It just looks like it's supposed to be there, like,
I did find something similar when I was looking up your username recently, but there is a website called The Whiskey Project.
I also found only after, starting.
Oh, right. Is it... Jesus Christ. Everyone's really bad at this.
You see, the funny part is if I was starting over, I would probably adjust things, but you see, I find it kind of funny that I got to the size where, the first thing which you find when searching Whiskey Project is actually me. And then
it's like this really interesting mix of like everything else, and then just like anime gold interspersed in between every now and then. A good few boats,
I know.
drinks.
It's like boats, drinks, and anime girls.
At its core, it is very you, even if not directly you.
It's not on purpose, but it's really fucking me.
That's so fucking cool. Oh gosh. Okay. I am getting a little bit tired.
EP.
And I know you were streaming for like 4 to 5 hours beforehand.
Yeah, 5 hours.
Oh god. Okay. Now is probably a good time to consider wrapping stuff up.
Yeah, I start early tomorrow too.
Yeah, so I don't want to keep you for too long. I do have a little bit of a sentimental bit, if you don't mind.
Oh, go for it. Go for it.
So I think we started talking in like March or something, and then had like infrequent contact from there. And I think we had a short conversation in like June or July time, and okay, I was at a bit of a crossroads in that time where I was like, I don't really know if I want to continue streaming, and you were a very, very nice and supportive person during that time, and I think you were very ill at the time, and you took the time to say some nice stuff, and I don't know, felt good, man. It was nice to hear, and it kind of like, I'm thankful for that, because it gave me like the resolve to like keep on doing stuff with this, right? I think everyone has that point where they're
Aw.
just like, damn, I don't know if streaming's for me, man. I kind of don't know if I want to give up. And I know you're a good person, Whiskey, and I'm happy to call you my friend.
Oh damn, you're ruining my
There
image
we go.
online.
I
It's
know,
fucked
I
up,
know.
bro.
The stoic tomboy bit is gonna go away now.
Horrible, horrible. I thought that people would think about me as a war criminal now. I get revealed like I'm nice to people sometimes. Damn.
Unbelievable.
I'm gonna need
Unbelievable.
to go and like, bombard the town or something.
But no, I'm sure there's a lot of other people who would say the same, but I don't know. I appreciate you being a presence in my life, and it's pretty cool.
Oh.
And yeah, little round of applause there.
Cheers.
Also,
Also, yeah, Eiko, I know that I can be a war criminal and have friends, but you see, the bar for war crimes is getting like, pushed up by recent years.
the oh no, God, you're not.
Ignore, disregard. Abort.
Oh God. However, I do this for everyone I have on. Since we are wrapping up, do you have anything coming up soon that you would like to share with the crowd?
Whew, I will say that there is going to be a giveaway of the plushies.
Oh, you mean
going to be
where could you buy or fund these plushies, Whiskey?
Oh yeah. So I'm not sure if it's announced yet, but there might be an extension
Let's
of the
fucking
plushie
go.
purchase, because apparently we very much surprised the website
So
Makeship.
I was looking when I got to go buy mine on Makeship, I was checking out like established brands that were doing Makeship campaigns for their plushies, right? And the Gremlin plushie was doing miles better than them.
Oh boy, yeah.
I got my little funny badge for supporting this.
Hey, nice.
But no, plushie's cool. All the cool kids are buying them. I'm
really, really happy about that. Like, it's already. I'm so surprised. I thought that it would be like I would struggle to reach 200, and I would be happy to reach 200 and be done with it.
But it was like less than 48 hours or something.
Oh, right now it's 5
Oh, no, I
days.
meant like them being funded.
Hours. Oh yeah, it was less than 48 hours. It was like 23 hours roughly.
Holy moly. That's good. Less than 24. That's fucking crazy. I'm looking forward to soaking mine in milk and throwing it against the wall.
You see, this is going to once be an origin to the next creature of cryptozoology.
Haunted whiskey plush.
The haunted whiskey plushie, you see, that was the bit. The haunted plushies, the possessed haunted plushies.
There's a little bit of your soul in each and every one.
That is literally what I went for
when
I was doing the whiskey plushie launch.
I like that it comes with a gat as well.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me get
That's a little plushie gat.
It's so cute. Hang on, I want to put a picture up for those who may not be familiar with it. Look at that! And you're saying you can buy these at makeshift.com/products/tactical-gremlin-whiskey? Fuck.
What the fuck?
No, the genuine slip up, not hymen. Hyphen.
You see, the very, very fucking bad part of you doing this kind of typo is the fact that you have blood splattered all over your, setup.
Oh, don't worry, that can change, very quickly.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, I did get show. I have cool things and stuff on this model. It's, very
that's
robust
really
and does neat things.
But you see, the fact that now you have the blood in your mouth is even worse. Okay, the tongue!
It's the tongue too much. It's my home-scaring toggle. Oh, gosh.
Oh god. I'm just imagining, Cliff talking to a random British hoe, being like, hey, I'm pretty good
excuse
with
you,
my tongue.
mate.
And she's like, bet, and then
what that
bet.
tongue do? Oh gosh.
Oh god.
Hang on, let me make I want to make a little thing for the plushie real quick.
I actually got a little. Wait a second. I can do this if. Let me check.
There we go.
Buy me. Yeah, wait a second. Can I do this? Will this appear?
What are you trying for?
Trying to put one on my head.
Oh. Yeah, baby! There it is.
There we go.
Brilliant. Fantastic.
I can set it. Oh, it looks so good with the witch outfit too.
Oh, shit. Yeah, this is the... Oh my god. Hang on. Could you make it really big real quick?
The plushie?
Yes. Pop it, like, next to you, like it's your daughter. Holy shit!
Don't talk to me or my daughter ever again.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's so good. No, I'm very happy for you with the whole plushie launched. It's been a resounding success, and I'm looking forward to receiving mine in what, February, I think.
Yeah. First the campaign will need to end, so that's gonna get slightly prolonged, but I feel like it's still gonna arrive on time because I was
Lovely.
Oh god, so like, this is a funny story because like, when they were sending me the prototype, I expected it to arrive in like, what, 2 weeks, something?
Yeah.
It
How
was 2
quick was it?
days.
Jesus fucking Christ. That's
I
nuts.
was like, huh?
Mhm.
It
Oh,
was
God.
nuts, yeah.
Did you have anything else coming up that people should be aware of?
I think that's about it. I will announce like a giveaway event where I will give away seven of those little gremlins.
Loved 7. Holy shit. Okay, sure. Awesome.
And well, that will be announced.
Yay! Keep an eye out for that. Everyone deserves a plant camera. Is that wiggling its eyebrows?
Yeah, it's actually
Jesus.
really good at tracking my eyebrows. Like,
oh, that's good. That's really good.
if I make it bigger than Cliff.
Jesus fucking Christ. Does it say Pog on the arm? Jesus Christ.
No. No, it's not saying Pog. It was supposed to be my blood group.
Ah, right, okay. I thought that's what it was. I thought they'd have been changed to Pog. Oh, gosh.
The whiskey plushie cryptid ate Cliff.
Things more dangerous than me. Whiskey plushie. Oh, gosh.
Oh, God.
But no, it's been a pleasure having you.
It's O positive, yeah, exactly.
Oh, there we go. I just thought it said Pog, or just Pog had been changed for a little funny. It does look like Pog, that's now canon. There we go.
No. I refuse. Well, actually, the little fucking patch on the plushie's arm, it's actually there, and it's easy to understand what this is saying.
There we go.
But yes, with that, I think that I'm gonna go and get some sleep too.
Not a bad shout. I was going to ask, as you were our guest, do you have any suggestions for a raid?
Whew, let's see. I see Sharklet streaming.
Yes, that might not be a bad shot. What is she up to today? Voices of the
Also follow
Void.
British,
Yeah,
and
we
it's
have
Voices
like
of the Void,
solidarity
which
going
feels
on there.
like on topic.
Yes, I want to give it a go at some point, but I also probably like raid in. Like,
She's
hi.
also suffering from being British.
It's terminal. We can't fix it.
I find it funny because you said it like there is a little bit of a solidarity thing going on there. But I said she's British. Ah, yeah.
Actually, let's go read. What about Ariana?
You mentioned it like mental illness. Okay, Ariana works too.
I've actually not like met Ariana like ever. I've seen her in passing, but now I'm like having some like neuron activation there. And I think you.
Ariana is lovely.
There we go.
Ariana is absolutely lovely. I collabed with her a bunch of times.
Ariana, it is then. What is the raid message going to be? Oh no. She's thinking real hard.
It also seems that Lumi has a birthday from what someone said, but and then again, like Ariana is someone you wanted to raid, so I would say that's a good pick too.
Yeah, maybe not a bad shout. I will go with that. Don't swat this moth. There we go. How? Don't swat capitalized this moth. You brought it back. Oh, for fuck's sake. No! Oh god. Hang on, I will put your wiggly and my wiggly in it. There we go. Fantastic. There we go.
This is a whiskey plush stream now. Yeah.
I am more than happy with that. Alright. Let's go raid into Ariana. There we go. Awesome. Brilliant. It has been a pleasure, Whiskey. And hopefully we will see you back here again in the future. Take care of yourself. Thank you, everyone, for coming. If you're not following me already, if you're not looking at my stuff, do that. Change that. It's worth it. I promise. I'm streaming again, 8 p.m. Streaming a live reading of Mothman 1966 with Heka, who you've seen in chat. And
also throw subs at him. He needs money.
I don't need money. That's not true.
If you don't need money, give it to me.
Oh, fantastic. Awesome. All right, I'm going to send everyone off now.
Oh yeah, Magmar sub to you. Great.
Yes.
My people gave you money. That's good.
There we go. Fantastic. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, it worked. Successful psyop.
Nice.
Okay. I'm going to go to outro, and we're going to go get our raid on. Ta-ta.
So it's like that. Whiskey told me to. Is it a psyop at that point when they just do it because I tell them to do it?
Alright. Let's get it going. I'm going to, like, deafen and stuff real quick. Oh,
Yeah,
Ritson just stopped. Thanks, Ritson! Woo! Ritson! There we go. Alright, raiding before it ends. Oh, no, the fucking hype train's in the way. Oh, shit.
Oh, God, bro. This is funny. The pre-raid hype train.
Okay, we're gonna have to do it again. We're gonna have to do it again. Fucking. Okay. 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 It's okay. It's okay. But thank you, Riston. I appreciate that big time.
Hey guys, the hype train will go on for as long
There we go.
as the stream will go on for us.
Oh, hype trains cancel raids. That's it then. Oh, you. Thank you, but also, goddamn. Awesome. Don't swat this moth. And away we go.
Oh my god.
I said
No way.
I said I wasn't gonna leave.
Oh no.
Don't
Hello, welcome in Cliffoth. Welcome in Raiders. Hello. Thank you for the raid. My name is Ariana Foxon. I am I don't know how to describe it. We do music and gaming.
the raid message.
I knew it. You were playing with whiskey. And did you guys do that on purpose? Did you know that SWAT in full caps is gonna put a chicken wing? if yes, Canadian. Yeah. If the tail on this F-16 skin didn't let you already know, it's right there. Cryptids. I see. I'm going to pretend you did. For context, because Whiskey knows who SWAT is. But it's because SWAT has he goes out with